Hi, it's Jez here from nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm really excited because I am making a card which is going to be for the International Blog Highlights August blog highlight. Run by the lovely Kylie Bertucci, I hope I've said that right, in Australia. And so you can take part, and then she shows them on her blog, and you get to vote for which entries that you like. I think you get 5 votes, and the top 10 then have the chance to go on a blog hop with Kylie and the other 10 sort of winners. So it's quite exciting. The theme is thank you. So I've made this thank you card here. I've used a Christmas set, but it is a thank you. So it's thank you for making this a wonderful season. And I was thinking of this being a perfect card if you've either go away and stay with somebody for Christmas, or they come and stay, somebody comes to stay with you and you've enjoyed it so much. So done a bit of stamping on the inside as well as on the envelope as well to make it a very special thank you. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I made it. So I'm using Poinsettia Petals. They're all mounted, and I'm going to use vellum and white embossing powder. So I'm going to stamp all 3 of these in Versamark. Make sure I've got that on good and proper, and then I will be die cutting them. So yep, that looks good. So let's do this one. I just love this stamp set, and I've yet to make a card using sort of red and green. I keep doing other things with it, but oh, might have smudged a bit there. So let's just see where I've got to go. Over there. Don't think that's too close to the edge. And then we'll put some powder on it. Hope this is the white and not the clear. Got my little coffee filter. Over the big one. Trouble with doing it on vellum and Versamark, you can't see. No idea if that's hitting the spot at all. There we go. Yep. Do need a little bit, I think, on that one. So I am literally making this with hours to spare to enter this international blog highlight thing. There. But I only actually found out about it today, and I've been wanting to do it for months, but every time I click to find out how to do it, I couldn't see. So I actually got a link today from the lovely Kylie. So I just thought, well, there we go. Just do it. And I have had demonstrator friends here in the UK be in it and win. So, well, not win, you know, be one of the top 10s. So it's quite exciting to take part. Right, so then we just need the heat gun and melt that. I really love the look of embossing on vellum, so let's see how this turns out. There it goes. In it, magic. There we go. That's it. So they look quite special. So I will die cut them out with the matching dies. And the other thing that I'm going to die cut out, which I think will look nice, just take these out. Is we have this beautiful plush Poinsettia Speciality paper, and you can move those out of the way. You can use the dies to cut out some of the elements of this paper. So you have these poinsettias here, and if I can actually pick up my die, you can cut these out, which I think is pretty cool. And on the leaf one, I thought I'd pull both sheets out, but I didn't. And then on this one, where you've got like holly and mistletoe, you can cut these little bits. I assume it's mistletoe. You can cut them out, and you can cut the holly leaves as well. So I did think about fussy cutting them, and then I realised that they will cut them out. So there is different styles of this, so obviously it only cuts the ones that are that shape. So I thought I'd cut a few of those out as well and sort of layer it up and see how that's going to look. And I'm going to cut the centre of the flower out in Whisper White, I think, to go on it. Okay, so I'm going to get those cut out and we'll come back. So a quick change of plan. This is what happens when you craft on the fly and you've only like designed it in your head, and things are often not quite the way you envisaged them in reality. So I like the way they've turned out, but when I cut the plush vellum, it's kind of a different white. Don't like it, so I thought I'll stamp it and heat emboss it and then cut it out. And I'm going to stamp these two smaller ones as well, because another idea is forming to have a big one and a little one, just the way I'm feeling right now. So I'm going to do a few of these, and we'll just do it. Oh, kind of smudged there, seems to be okay. So I want a few of these, and if they don't turn out the way I want them, then I will just do them in plain vellum, which is, I might do a mix and match actually. Right, let's put some of this powder on those before I do the flowers, so we can actually see where everything is. And this is when I see if that smushed too much. Actually, I've missed the end of it. I can see now it hasn't got the last two sort of berries. Oh, I missed it completely. There we go. So, do some more stamping. I'm going to cut those three out first before I do it, and if I like them, then I'll do some more off camera. That one and that one. So this is going to be a really nice sort of festive thank you. We had a lovely Christmas last year, and we had some guests and they just made the Christmas. And I just, when I saw that sentiment, thank you for making this a wonderful season, I just thought how lovely to give that to your Christmas guests. Sort of on the night before they leave. Just thought that would be a lovely gesture. And if you go away and spend Christmas with someone else, so you're not hosting it, you're actually the guests. It's a nice little sentiment to give to them as well. And you can have it made up before you go. Not that I plan to go away for Christmas. Not even sure if we'll have our guests the way things are going, but you know, live in hope, live in hope. So out these. There, so I'm going to get them cut out and we'll come back. There we are. So I've got all these die cut ready. So I did some of these little sprigs that aren't embossed as well. So I've done loads because I'm still not 100% sure what I need. So now I'm going to do the sentiment. So I've got some Night of Navy, and I'm going to heat emboss that. So I'm going to use some Versamark, and I'm going to heat emboss that with white embossing powder. So we're keeping it to blue and white. I think that I'm going to cut it out of this over. Oh no, it is just about right. I suddenly thought I've stamped that too far over the edge, but it is okay. But I maybe should have used my embossing buddy on this, because now I've taken a bit too much off. It was like that was a waste of time. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be okay. Let's see what it's like when we heat emboss. Well, you could kind of say it's a little bit like it's got a little bit of snow over it. It's not quite how I wanted. So I'm going to cut that out with this stitched oval from the Stitch Shapes. And do you know what? Here's one I prepared earlier, which is better. Fail. And I'm using the scalloped oval from the layering ovals, and I'm going to cut an oval using some of the vellum. And then I want to use this textured textiles, I think it's called, and I'm going to emboss and matte in this to matte on our, so it's going to be tone on tone, just to give it a little bit of something, a little bit of extra lift. So I'll get them done and come back to you. So there's them done. I do love that texture. It's really nice. So it just, when you put it on there, or just give it a little bit of something, and then rather than have that go straight on there, although the fact that that's embossed, it does show up, but I'm sort of going to put some vellum behind it so that it kind of goes with the vellum that's in the poinsettias. So my idea is to have a little one up in that corner and a big one down in this corner, although I'm not sure if that isn't too big. And maybe just have 2 little ones, because I'm going to use some of this. So my idea is layering these down like that, over there like that, so it's all sort of wintry. I do like, I was going to do this in Misty Moonlight because I really like that as well. Sort of nice sort of wintry colours. So this is, if this is going to be given as a after Christmas moving up to New Year, it will be sort of wintry. And that was my thoughts. I think that is better than having a big one. Let's just have a little skeg, because that will put it, sort of overlaps that bit, doesn't it? So I think we will go for the little one. Then I'm not really covering any of the words. And then whilst I was at the die cutter, I cut the Poinsettia Centers just to give the finishing touch to that, like so, which I thought would go well. I'm just looking, I've got these little drops. I think that's enough. I don't think I do need anything else. Right, so now we've just got to stick it all together. Now I'm just going to stick the flowers together in the middle. I'm going to give them a little bit of life, I think. So I'm going to just poke that down the centre a bit. There. It's quite a nice little end, this, for doing this. I saw my friend Verity from Inky Butterfly, or no, she wasn't, she's now stamped with Inky Butterfly. She's on YouTube. We do project shares every Thursday, and in her last video we were on a video hop together. She used the end of that, and I thought, oh, that's good. I used to use the end of my pokey tool, but this one is a bit blunter, which makes it a little bit more subtler. So just to give it a little bit of life, and I'm going to use a bit of Tombow. Could use a glue dot. Put a little bit too much Tombow there, I think. And I'm overlapping the petals so they fill the gaps. And we can hold that down. I'm going to get my, I've got Tombow decanted into a fine tip glue bottle, and I'm going to use that on this bit here, so that I can just put small blobs around there. And I can put that in the centre of the flower. And I'm just going to put the other one together in exactly the same way. So there we are, that's our 2 flowers done. And how pretty and delicate are they? I'm really chuffed with how they've turned out, and I might on another card make the bigger one, but on this one I think it needs to just be that little one. And then we're just got to stick the rest of it on. So I am going to stick this to its mat, and I'm not going to raise it up because I think that would make it difficult for the flower, although I might decide in a sec about that. So I want those to go up there like that, and these to go along the bottom. I think I shall stick these on first and then the flowers over the top. I think that will be the simplest way of doing that. And I'm gonna just stick the base of this stem down because most of that will get covered. I don't really want the glue to be seen, and you can often see the glue with vellum, and I'm not so worried about these because there's stamping behind this, so I can actually put some glue behind where it's been heat embossed and it won't be seen, so that's going to help hold this down. So I'm going to have that going off like that. I do like cards to have a bit of life, so I don't mind that that's coming up a bit because the flowers are coming up a bit. Might get slightly flattened in the envelope. Could stick this up on dimensionals, but I'm not going to. Just going to glue it down. Put that point there in the corner. And then I'll do the same on the other side. So I'll speed this bit up. So that's that. So then we just need to stick down the sentiment. So I'm just going to go where the blue is. Now I did think, I wonder if I could put it on a white card blank. Just got a mat here. So just the final decision is stick it on white. No, we'll stick it on blue. I didn't think it would look right. I did think I would probably prefer this. So let's stick that down. That white sheet is to go in the middle. I just want to finish it off with a bit of stamping in the middle. So it's quite hard to see with it being such dark blue. Whether or not that is in the right place. Looks it to me. There we go. And then for the inside, I'm sure I cut this to size. Yeah, I did. So I thought I might stamp just a little bit of a Poinsettia in the corner there. Thought that might be quite pretty. Or shall I do the sprig? Wherever that is, I could just do the sprig in the corner. No, where's my blue? Gonna do Poinsettia. And where's the little one? I might practice this. Because I'm not sure how that's going to look in the middle. Oh, actually looks fine. Okay. Ish. Could always get another one if I don't like the look. No, I quite like that. I think that works, and I might just, as it's for a very special Christmas thank you, might do some stamping on the envelope as well, just to finish it off. And you can do something on the back of it as well. So I might go on the opposite corner on the back of the envelope. As well. So that just gives it a little bit of an extra wow. And that gives that Night of Navy a chance to dry a bit, so that I don't end up smudging it at the final hurdle. That would not be good. So I always think a little bit of decoration on the inside makes the card a little bit special. And then if you decorate the envelope, makes it even more special. And so nice to give it in person, and then you can see how much they appreciate it. But not that you do it for the glory, but you know what I mean. a little bit fingers and thumbs. Probably because it's my 4th tutorial I've filmed today. Been very busy. It's a Sunday. I feel like I'm teaching again, working all day Sunday. But this is not like work. This is just fun, fun, fun. So there we have it, all finished. So that's my thank you card for the Kylie International blog highlights. So yeah, hope you like that. Hope you go and vote. You get 5 votes, I think. So yeah, hope to see you again soon. I shall be back as usual with another tutorial. I do Sundays, Tuesdays, I do junk journal Wednesdays, Fridays. That's my tutorial days. Okay, and then there'll be the odd maybe Facebook Live in between. Okay, see you again soon. Bye bye now.